Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sky Lounge, episode number 328. Under the weather, yet blunders for the better. Restitution. And as the title suggests, yes, I am feeling a wee bit under the weather today, but have no fears, we're gonna get through this shit together! Yeah! Put all your hands together in the fucking circle, but remember to socially distance yourselves so we can go back to normalcy. Right? Right? Is that the fucking thing you normies tell yourselves every fucking time? We gotta do this for the greater good. Normalcy. Jesus Christ. So, normalcy is a funny word. Right? I say normality. I mean, I guess there are two different words. Not a word guru. Not a fucking thesaurus here at the Sky Lounge, but we try. But what I'm trying to grasp at is all these goddamn normies telling me, oh, we're going back to normalcy. We're getting there. Oh, it's gonna be great again. Oh my gosh. Can't wait. Can't wait to what? Inject yourself with some foreign substance that some goddamn corporations pushed out in less than, 12 to 18 months in trial time? And with approximately 4,000 plus deaths with this vaccine that's been recorded, which is more than any other vaccine in the last 24 years. That's a quarter of a century, ladies and gentlemen. You can look all this shit up by yourself. Where's your source? Do your own fucking research! Fuck! How do you not fucking understand that all these goddamn corporations are just trying to fucking ensnare you into their shit and own you? Oh, you sound like a conspiracy theorist. This is just all happening because... Well, you're a coincidence theorist, you fucking normie. Everything's just happening because... No, man. Everything's happening because there's all these fucking perverted, elitist, globalist assholes who wants to control the entire populace of the world. And you think I'm fucking joking, like, oh, he's watching too much animes. He better write for the Marvel stuff, right? Shut the fuck up. If at this point you don't see elitists just slowly but surely demolishing lands, killing off farmers more or less, creating unnecessary political upheaval to blind people into the illusion that politics actually fucking matters, you'll realize that, yeah, we're all being duped. And, you know, you can't even call it being duped, right? If you're willingly going along into the fucking slaughterhouse, then what do you even call that shit? You sheeps are just goddamn muttons for the chopping. I'm not talking about that goddamn glorious, 19th century looking mutton chops that some gentleman can grow. I personally can't. My facial hair is very weak. That game is weak as fuck. But unlike that weak-ass game, my God, the sheep just blank stare into obedience. That shit is strong as fuck, man. Have you been vaccinated? Did you put that foreign substance in to make sure that we all can alleviate our fears from this invisible thing that's been made up in the last year, and we have no idea if it's China or China or China. I don't know. What's going on? What's the news gonna tell me? I don't fucking know, you goddamn moron. Think for yourself. Read some fucking documents. I don't know. And if you live in the United States, holy shit. You understand, especially if you live in a relatively liberal state, you are fucked, right? Myself included. I live in Nevada. And this state is going through the shitter right now. Can you tell me some specific reasons? Well, for first fucking thing, inflation. Cost of living going up. Taxes spiking up slowly but surely. And in due time, some asshole governor, maybe Sisolak, maybe some other prick, goes ahead and tries to abolish, not having income state tax, meaning you're going to have income state tax in Nevada, which we don't right now. Just fucking great, right? Right, guys? Anybody who lives in Las Vegas makes all that fucking money. You don't have to send all that fucking income state tax to the goddamn government. Isn't that nice? Yeah? But no. They want more government. They want more government overreach. They want more ensnaring of the masses by these just oligarchies. Corporate oligarchies. Led by what? Led by what, ladies and gentlemen? What do you see right now? Medical police state. They use all this fucking science propaganda to put fucking fear in you, right? Oh, there's a vaccine, guys. If you do it, we're all gonna get better. We're gonna get to that threshold. Whoa. There's a threshold. We gotta get there. Whoa. There's a thing. Whoa. You better do it. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the more ridiculous shit I've seen over the last few weeks is fast food places blatantly, and I mean blatantly, pushing the vaccine like they're trying to just reel in livestock. You know how you see in those fucking movies where some cowboys out in the prairies like, yeehaw, and just trying to rattle up some fucking cows and shit in the wilds, or some buffaloes or whatever goddamn meats you can get to feed the family. Maybe the village. I don't know. I don't know how the farmer lives. I have no idea. I don't know what that cowboy does. But guess what? It's like that. Rattle your shit up. My God. We just went on a tangent, boys and girls. And my dumbass memory can't flex and forget. Yet when it comes back to it, we're right on point. With how Krispy Kreme, right on point with the fucking mental retardation of this entire country and just the way consumerism works. Just offering free donuts for people who are vaccinated. I know that was a weird tangent, but we forgot about that shit. I'm not apologizing, but fuck you. Anyways, Krispy Kreme, as far as I understand, and from what I've seen in advertisements, is offering free donuts for those who vaccinate themselves. Like, what? What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? You're just gonna let commercialism and your lack of self-control just dominate and own you? Really? Really, man? That's fucking pathetic. That's sad, man. But what are you gonna do? These sheeps, you can't shake them out of this shit, man. They're so ensnared by science, which, I mean, by the way, this isn't even real science, what these fucking ridiculous globalists are pushing on you right now. What this shit is, between the CDC, between all the fucking shit from WHS, from the WHO, World Health Organization, fucking UN, all these goddamn institutions just pushing out this idea that you need to fear this thing, you need to get vaccinated, and you need to do it for the greater good. It's just ridiculous. It's just based on brainwashing science. You put some fancy words, you throw the words in like expert, study says, based on data, which if you read into the context of certain experiments, and certainly vaccine trials, which are horrifying, kids. If you ever read those things in documents, fucking horrifying. Especially with liability clauses between Pfizer and Moderna. Like, it's hilarious when you read those. Yeah. It's just a fucking mess, man. Corporations, politics, they figured out a way to manipulate quote unquote science and manipulate that through fear to control the populace. And it's working. It's fucking working. And it's, good God, just mind numbing when you see the masses of normies just falling into medical police state oligarchy, ruled by corporate entities. Just and literally nobody cares. That's the saddest part. Like, nobody cares. You know why I care? Only for my personal well-being. That's about it. Understanding, knowing that there are malicious forces out there, whether it's personal or not, I mean, they are out to get you one by one. Right? They don't have any rationale behind this shit, these fucking globalists, these goddamn perverts, these goddamn pedo fags, whatever the fuck you want to call them. But, holy fuck. Just arm yourself with knowledge, kids. That's what I will always tell anybody and everybody. Arm yourself with knowledge, because all knowledge is self-knowledge, right? Everything that you experience and learn is simply things that you consume, that you masticate within your brain, your head, all that shit, to make it your own. Right? That's what knowledge is. So make knowledge yours. Arm yourself with more knowledge. The more you know, the better. Simple, right? But no, it's really not that simple, because, like I said, literally nobody cares. God damn it. We're off to a morbid start. Hell yeah, we are. Hell fucking yeah, we are. You seeing these fucking people these days? Holy shit. That damn sheep morons just patting themselves on the back, shooting themselves up with needles, going to their official drug dealers, aka doctors, to, I don't know, feel good about themselves and not be scared anymore. Jesus fucking Christ. Anywho, boys and girls, we had to get the morbid shit out of the way to talk about some sports ball. You know me. I gotta get all the serious shit, right, out of the way, if we can. And then we go into some, light and, tantalizing, some tickling stuff. Also some morbid take on it, because, that's just the way I do things. Am I apologizing? No. Why? Why? Because I'm a cunt. I'm going to be a cunt. I'm going to just say cuntish things. Am I going to apologize? No. And, there are certain players in the NFL who are certainly not apologizing for missing out on all these OTAs, which the NFL has going on right now between NFL teams. And Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson, two very diverging stories. Yeah, very much so. Diverging stories on why they want to leave their respective teams. Now, you have Deshaun Watson with the whole massage parlor shit, all the goddamn lawsuits, and general, disdain for the team, front office, the structure, the culture, everything about it. He's not about that life, and he's not about that Houston life either. And I'm pretty sure, those lawsuits in Houston doesn't help either. But that's where Deshaun Watson is, and you don't know where he's going to play, if he's going to play at all, really, for the upcoming 2021 season. But for me, I've always seen Deshaun Watson as a really talented player who just acts like an absolute fucking arrogant prick. I don't know. I guess, like, someone can look back at the tapes and call me out on that shit, but I never really cared for Deshaun Watson. But all this whole situation has got me thinking is, I don't know what team's really going to take you for about, I don't know how, a year. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, this is the NFL. There's a lot of questionable characters at times in the game that we love, right, boys and girls? But you just never know. I mean, talent does outspeak certain things, certain actions, and certain owners and coaches will absolutely look past that, especially if they have a very shitty situation within their organization. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Houston Texans and Deshaun Watson and whatever have you, and whatever team decides to kind of pick up on that. And really, that's the same thing we're going to look at with Aaron Rodgers, who, for a completely different reason, is missing OTAs, because his passive-aggressive nature has led him to this point. Oh, you're just a Packers hater. You just hate Aaron Rodgers. I respect the talent. I don't care for the Packers. I'm a Seahawks fan. I'll be honest about that. I don't care for the Packers. But I just generally don't like Aaron Rodgers' attitude. I don't like his approach to handling the media. But simultaneously, maybe that's something that you pick up on then because that's something you do similarly. But, I digress. And I can admit that, man. Maybe I'm a passive-aggressive cunt who, just rolls his eyes and then says stupid shit under his breath like, meh, 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 meh. But that's what Aaron Rodgers does, man. He's like, I never said I'm going to want to leave this team. I love the Green Bay Packers. It's the greatest thing ever. And then just turns around and, makes himself try to be a hero, but you see the footprints, you see all the fucking fingerprints around what Aaron Rodgers is trying to do, which is trying to make himself look really good and the Packers really bad and manipulate himself out of there somehow because he's missing OTAs, man. You really think he's going to come back? I mean, June 1st, we'll see what happens. When that cap space and, trade shit is a little bit more flexible for teams. But I don't see Aaron Rodgers playing as a Packers quarterback in 2021. I don't see that. I don't see it at all. But that's just one man's opinion on the NFL. And, Aaron Rodgers in the NFL, you just never know. Some crazy shit, right? The man was the MVP last season. Yet, he might just leave his team. But, man, some teams just leave you, the fan, in the dust, right? I mean, certainly the Packers are a mentionable team here just because we're just talking about them, but my football team, not football, but I'm talking about football, okay? So my football team, football club, Arsenal Football Club, their season's officially over. All right, we're finally done with this fucking season. And let me tell you what. I recall myself specifically saying Arsenal's going to be either 7th or 8th place this season, the 2020-21 season, before the season started. And I was absolutely right. We were 8th place. The amount of games that we lost, the amount of fucking frustrating draws that we've had, the amount of just unnecessary locker room drama, front office drama that we've had throughout the season was just laughable. It made us into a domestic laughingstock. Hell, it made us a European laughingstock. And I look at Arsenal Football Club throughout the season. Then you had the announcement of the Super League. Then Stan Kroenke and KSE just doing their thing, staying silent, not doing shit. Just passively looking at this team like, what are we going to do? Well, I'll tell you what the fuck you should do. Be more active. Splash some fucking money somehow. I don't know. The Manchester City somehow flexes their shit with all the fucking money they got. Hey, Stan Kroenke, I know you fucking ruin people's lives to get more money. I know about that shit. So you have enough capital. You have enough assets. Why don't you fucking goddamn put some fucking money in the goddamn club? You old bitch. Huh? Hey, Edu, how about you figure out some fucking program, where you bring Brazilian players over where they're not from fucking Chelsea? How about that shit? Hey, Mikel, can you figure out a fucking starting 11 for God's sakes? Like a power starting 11, huh? Can the physio staff be fired for their absolute incompetence of keeping players healthy throughout the season? Can we do that? Oh my God, Arsenal was fucking horrible throughout the season. There were certain matches I couldn't stomach watching. And certainly, playing at 4 a.m. here in the United States doesn't help. It really doesn't. I look at that timestamp and I think, no, we're not watching that shit. Especially if it's a team like Manchester City, Leicester. I'm already thinking, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. What the fuck is the point? We're going to lose. We suck. We fucking suck. I already know we suck. We are a team without a plan. There is no culture here. It is a barren wasteland. It's been nothing since Arsene Wenger's left. And hell, it's been nothing since Unai Emery's left. It's still nothing. So what the fuck are we going to do? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. My whole thought process is, I think Mikel Arteta stays. I think he's the only one that really stays, and you're going to see a massive exodus in this club. Either loan moves or just flat out buyouts, releases. It doesn't matter. Like, shit's going to have to happen. I never want to see Willian again anymore. Thank God David Luiz is fucking gone. Bye, bitch. I'd never want to see your ass again, frizzy bitch. Xhaka wants to leave? Leave, dude. I appreciate you. We love you for all the fucking cups that you've given us, but you can leave if you want. I don't give a fuck. That goes for most and all players, honestly. Keep the young guys who gives a shit, who wants to be here. And all the fucking veteran guys, you know, the near 30s, the over 30s, the guys who think they've got it because of the money that they're being paid, they could fucking leave. Seriously. Bear this fucking, just strip this club down to the bare minimum essential players. Seriously. Whittle this shit down. Bernardino wants to leave. I mean, if he wants to stay, sure. But, my God. Put Matt Ryan in for some fucking games, please. That man's actually fucking good. If you can buy Martin Odegaard, that'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Stan Kroenke's going to fucking open his wallet and say, oh, we're going to pay for Martin Odegaard. No, absolutely no way. You're so negative, pessimistic. Have you seen Arsenal? Have you ever watched Arsenal Football Club? Have you ever fucking read about Arsenal Football Club, you dumb motherfucker? Don't tell me that I am fucking negative. I cheer for this goddamn team. Whose fault is that? Mine. I can admit that, jackass. Not a bitch. I know exactly what I got myself into. Well, not exactly. I didn't know that back then, in 2014. I had no idea. I didn't. But guess what, man? 7 years later, I'm still here, cheering for Arsenal like a jackass. And hoping that one day they can actually fucking win something of value. This season came to nothing. 8th place, semifinal loss in the Europa League to your former manager in good evening, Unai Emery. Oh, God. And just every domestic competition, I mean, whether it be the League Cup, the FA Cup, it was just an embarrassment. One after the other. And, yeah. I'm just hoping Arsenal just figures their shit out at one point. I just hope that happens. You know, maybe it doesn't happen in my lifetime. I don't know. I have no idea. Will they ever win a Champions League Cup? I fucking have no idea. Probably not. God damn, that's depressing. But that's the way football works, man. You deflect, you project, you fucking try to get shit on, but ultimately it just comes down to watching shit happens and seeing it unfold before your eyes. And very soon, boys and girls, the Euros 2021, odd year, is going to be happening. I personally can't wait. I mean, the Euros are going to be a great time where I like a lot of European teams. I'm not going to lie. I don't really have one team I just cheer for. Cheer for a lot. I definitely look at talents too. Wales, Germany, hell, fucking Iceland. Shout out to Iceland. Shout out to Portugal. Scotland too. Why not England? No. I don't really care for England squad, and they're not going to win. Just going to say that outright right now. They're not going to win. But yeah, Euros should be interesting, and that should be June 11th, if I'm not mistaken. But football is going to keep going. Although we do have a Europa League final, I think either tomorrow or Thursday, right? Somebody fucking look up that shit for me. Or I'm going to look that shit up just because, I'm the one with the goddamn phone. But Manchester United versus Villarreal will be happening very soon here, actually, on May 26th, so this Wednesday. And you'll follow that up with May 29th, Champions League football between Manchester City and Chelsea. So lots of football coming up, boys and girls. So it's not really over. Cups are still left to be played. And, best of luck to all clubs. I don't really give a shit who wins. I mean, good evening, Unai Emery versus Manchester United. I don't care who the fuck wins. Manchester City versus Chelsea. I don't care who wins. Although I did place a $5 bet on Chelsea money line, so I guess I could just take that. Sure. I mean, whatever. Who cares? Fuck all of the clubs. I hope nobody wins, but that's not how this shit works. So you just take the result as it is and move on. Right? Yes. Yes, we do. Just like how the LA Dodgers had to take their results and move on from a fucking horrible losing funk they were on for quite some time. And then a godly entity walked into the Dodgers clubhouse. His name is Albert Pujols. I affectionately call him Tio Pujols. Shout out to Dodgers Nation podcast. I'm fucking forming up that one. That was fucking hilarious, man. Tio Pujols and his home runs. Because he looks chunky as fuck. He looks kind of like the dude at the swap meet, chilling out, selling that audio shit. But he's also super cool. Just like Albert Pujols is in real life, right? And giving young fans the bat, hitting home runs. And he's only hit one home run so far for the Dodgers, but impressive. Impressive stuff from Albert Pujols. Absolutely love it. Sasugo has also joined the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken, and Nate Jones, right? I could be wrong on that. But the Dodgers have been on a 7-0 streak since the acquisition of those players. Yeah. So we have a 2-game series starting tonight on Wednesday against the Houston Asterisks. And I gotta tell you, I think that's going to be a fun series. I don't really see it as a do-or-die must-win series, but it would be nice to sweep the Asterisks at home, full-capacity stadium. But we're going to have to see how, everyone does. I hope Cody Bellinger's okay and good to go. I mean, I saw him playing, in the Oklahoma game, right? For the Oklahoma Dodgers, right? So maybe Cody comes back. Maybe everyone's healthy again. AJ might be out a bit longer, but yeah, maybe bullpen and starting pitchers start slowly coming back and hopefully dominate the league and get ourselves into the World Series. Maybe back-to-back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the back-to-back is possible, as will we see with the Lakers, who are trying to wrestle their way into a back-to-back, as they had a play-in tournament to play against the Golden State Warriors, which they won, and the Golden State Warriors got ousted by the Memphis Grizzlies, which was a crazy fucking game. But the Lakers right now, having played one game so far, are down 1-0 to the Phoenix Suns, the second seed in the West. And I have to admit, I thought the Lakers came out really flat. They played really lackadaisical, and Anthony Davis was dog shit for the most part, and the entire team was mediocre and subpar, and that's not how you win games, but it was a 9-point deficit at the end. So take that for what you will. I mean, Game 2 is tonight on Wednesday, and I just hope the Lakers figure their shit out, man. I don't want to fucking go down 2-0 right now. That's a dangerous spot that you don't want to put yourselves in. It's a stranglehold. And man, I know LeBron James has done some crazy shit over the years, but he's an old man. And AD, as good as he is, he's very brittle. So we got to figure our shit out quick. Because the longer this shit goes on, the fucking worse it's going to get. Right? And really, I could say this about my Vegas Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now. And yeah, let's talk about the Knights first and foremost, because I got to get the ugly shit out of the way before we talk about the other beautiful fucking series that are going on. Because as a Vegas Golden Knights fan, I am fucking frustrated. The Knights were up 3-1 in the series. Game 5, Monday night at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Inside the Fortress. And they couldn't close out. They have never closed out a series at home, except the one series they did close out at home was the Stanley Cup Final in 2018, Game 5. Where they lost to the Washington Capitals. 4-1 in the series. Yeah. It's the only time they close a fucking series out at home. My God. But here we are. Having an opportunity, a golden opportunity. Yes, puns intended, bitch. But laid right fucking bare in front of us. Yet you spat on that shit and said, fuck the first period. Who gives a shit about the first period? Fuck it. Then you kind of showed up for the second period, which was nice. There was aggressiveness. There were certainly some unlucky bounces here and there. But then the third period happened where, holy shit, this Game 5 was immensely frustrating in the third period, mainly because the amount of turnovers by the Knights, especially in our own defense, was laughable. That's not how you win games. That's not how you win series. That's not how you fucking get yourself to the Stanley Cup fucking final, man. That's not how you get there. That's how you lose. You certainly lost real fucking bad. 4-2 in Game 5. Now you gotta go back to Minnesota in that hostile crowd. Yeah, you won fucking 2 games in a row. Games 3 and 4, but whoop-de-fucking-do. New day, new game. Momentum swing has now gone in the favor of the Minnesota Wild. And if they fucking choke your ass out like they did in Game 5 at their own home, we are fucked. I have no confidence in the Vegas Golden Knights playing a Game 7 at home. I just don't. I don't. I'll be honest about that. Why? Because this team has choke job written all over them. And they've never been able to shut that label off. Of themselves, maybe. I mean, I certainly was hoping they wouldn't. But holy shit, here we are. I really hope they can close out in 6. I really, 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 really hope so. But holy fuck. The Vegas Golden Knights are in just eternally frustrating to me, personally. Love them. I love them to death. I mean, that's my team forever. But it's frustrating. But yeah, certainly it's not the end of the world. My God, man, we're 4 years in. And I'm complaining about doing poorly in the first round against an underdog, which happens all the time. But that's the beauty of hockey, man. You just never know. Right? You just never fucking know. Just like how the Edmonton Oilers, heavy favorites coming in to the series against the Winnipeg Jets, get swept. I repeat, boys and girls, the Edmonton Oilers got swept by the Winnipeg Jets. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, the leading point getters in the NHL, right alongside Austin Matthews and the Maple Leafs, got swept by the Winnipeg Jets. Now, no disrespect to the Winnipeg Jets, who are just a fantastic team when you're watching this series. Wheeler, Scheifele, shout out to Paul Stastny. Dubois in there now. Connor Hallebuck. I mean, Paul Murray still the fucking head coach there? If I'm not mistaken there. But they're doing a great job down there. And they fucking own the goddamn Oilers. The Oilers, all you really have is the label of you blew another fucking 3-goal lead. And you blew the series. How the fuck did you do that? Yeah, remember a couple years ago where Edmonton blew up that fucking series on themselves, right? Up 3 goals, concede all them fucking goals, losing overtime. Same kind of deal here. Game 3, they're down 2-0. You're up 4-1 in the game. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game? You concede 3 goals in 3 minutes fucking flat almost? Like, come on, man. That can't happen. What the fuck, Edmonton? Mike Smith did everything he could to carry this team to some sort of result. And it's eternally disappointing when, again, your leading point getters in the NHL can't do shit. Connor McDavid didn't have a goal until game 4. And that was his 1 goal. This man scored 100 fucking points in 56 games in the regular season, and he scored 1 goal. What the fuck? Connor! And when we're back to regular division alignments, and the Vegas Golden Knights has to fucking see Connor McDavid 4 times a year minimum, it's going to be horrifying because this guy is going to be on a fucking tear. At least for the next 2 years when you can safely say he's going to be an Edmonton Oiler, because I don't know how much bullshit you can take. It's the same thing with Jack Eichel right now with Buffalo, right? He's sick of the losing. Now, different context, yes. But for Connor McDavid, this shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be getting embarrassed in the playoffs like this. Now, it speaks volumes about the depth of the team, the overall roster makeup of the Edmonton Oilers, and certainly Ken Holland has to figure and configure a lot of the things moving forward in the offseason, but wow, just ugly all around for the Edmonton Oilers, but great stuff for the Winnipeg Jets, who are going to be waiting now very patiently for the winners between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens, who are going to be playing tonight, Wednesday night. And yeah, for the YouTube version, I'll be releasing this on midnight, so the result will already be there. And that will be the case for also the Carolina and Hurricanes and Nashville Predator series, which is tied at 2-2. But before we discuss that, let's talk about the Maple Leafs right now. Yeah, John Tavares going down game 1. That was some scary stuff, but he's okay. 3 weeks out, they said, but I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon, in my opinion. Maybe if they go on a deep run, maybe he comes on the Stanley Cup playoff, the final there, just like Steven Stamkos last season against the Dallas Stars. Who the fuck knows? But the Toronto Maple Leafs have to figure out a way to bounce on the Montreal Canadiens now and finish out the series as quick as possible before, fatigue gets to you. Before all the, injuries could potentially pile up, because Winnipeg, they're just going to be waiting. Nice, easy, breezy sweep, chilling like a villain, because that's what they kind of feel like in the making, right? Winnipeg? In Canada, like the, quiet boogeyman who's just out to get you, and your best players, your best line. Austin Matthews, you gotta be careful, man. You can't go fucking silent in the night, just like Connor McDavid did. That was embarrassing. So, great series, that one. What was also a great series, but kind of short-lived, was the Colorado Avalanche taking on St. Louis Blues, and that was just a clean sweep. And I personally thought the St. Louis Blues could have done more. Yeah, injuries piled up, but my God, the effort just wasn't there in my eyes. And watching the Colorado Avalanche is terrifying as a Vegas Golden Knights fan. Yes, you don't know who's going to win the series yet between the Minnesota Wild, and the Vegas Golden Knights. But yeah, the Colorado Avalanche are terrifying, man. They are a really, 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 really good hockey team. And I know all you Vegas fans sometimes get stuck in your own shit and like, oh, we're the best team ever. Oh, we could beat anybody. No, man. Can you recognize that the Colorado Avalanche are really fucking good? And they are the team that, yes, not once, but twice have broken the President's Trophy curse in franchise history. So let that be known, boys and girls. They have the magic juice. And yeah. Scared the Colorado Avalanche, man. Really good squad. Really good team. So got to be careful with that. And as do we have to be careful with the Boston Bruins, who really took the Washington Capitals to the cleaners. 4-1 series win. And honestly, as good of a fight as the Washington Capitals were putting up, I don't think they were as good as Boston. I mean, the results kind of speaks for itself, but all those games were close, lots of overtime games, but Boston just has that it factor. They feel like a Final Four kind of team, you know? Something about the way you got Pasternak firing, you got Brad Marchand doing magical stuff, Bergeron there. Is Torrey Krug there still right now? Is he alive? Maybe. But you still got Tuukka Rask. Get your saves. Be a big presence there in the net. I mean, you still got the squad. You still got Bruce Cassidy down there, right? Right? Bruce Cassidy. Is he still there? Yeah. So Boston. Terrifying team for me. I think they really might be a Final Four contender. And oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Final Four is Toronto, Boston, and I fucking hope the Vegas Golden Knights and the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh my God. That would be absolutely amazing. And I would, of course, want a Vegas Golden Knights versus Toronto Maple Leafs Stanley Cup final. That is the one thing I want. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because there's plenty of competition still ahead, still to be played. Like the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on New York Islanders. Islanders are up in the series 3-2. Crazy. Because you would think the Penguins would be the better opponent here. But Islanders have hopped on the opportunity, taken the fucking games by the balls, and have been winning it out. Kind of like how the Florida Panthers are just scraping by with their 3-2 deficit right now. Now, Spencer Knight has officially been placed as the goaltender for Game 5, and he won it pretty spectacularly. And between, free agent Drager and $10.5 million anchor Sergei Bobrovsky, in the playoffs, man, I mean, you just want to win. So Spencer Knight's going to be out there. I think Game 6, and man, I just want a Game 7. I just want as many Game 7s as possible, except for the Vegas Golden Knights because they are going to fucking lose if we go to Game 7. But great series so far between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. The Battle of Florida has lived up to its hype. And much like the battle between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Nashville Predators have lived up to its hype, man, the Nashville Predators look solid. They look like that dark horse team to win it all. And it's crazy because I do have a bet on the Nashville Predators to win it all this season. And I think it could potentially happen, man. They have the grit. And if they can upset the Carolina Hurricanes somehow and win Game 5 tonight on Wednesday, it could be huge. It could be absolutely huge. Imagine if they win Game 5 in Carolina, storm surge, all of that shit in Raleigh. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to pronounce words sometimes, but you know what the fuck I mean. Carolina, home crowd. If you can deflate that energy in their home, and if you're in the Nashville Predators, I think you win the series and you could really go on a nice run here. Yes, your next opponent is going to be either the Florida Panthers or the Tampa Bay Lightning, which I think they could do really well against. So we have a lot of good shit going on, boys and girls. And man, if you're not watching hockey, I don't know why the fuck you're not. The NBA playoffs is better. Is it really? Yeah, hooray. Oh, the Bucks are going to probably sweep the Heat because they don't have the it factor anymore. Oh, no. Luka Doncic is hopefully going to have some support and beat out the Clippers in 5. I hope. But, yeah, no. There's nothing like playoff hockey. Recommended to all of you who are listening and watching, which is just going to be this little album art that I got clipped up for you right there. So that'll do it for me, boys and girls, for this episode. So, yeah, social media shit. I don't really. You could follow. I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, until next time. Fuck off.